It's time for another episode of the wildly popular podcast, Chasing Meeples. On today's show, we're joining you live from PhoenixCon 2 in Appleton, Wisconsin. Chris and Angie discuss some of the games they managed to snatch from the vendor hall and more. And brace yourselves, Angie has been put on the spot to create a spontaneous quiz. Will Chris bomb it? No pressure, right? So without further ado, let's cut to the chase and get this banter started. Now.
We're ready. Okay, we are recording.
That's pretty solid.
All right, I'm going to kick us off. We're going to fly through this one cut.
Absolutely.
No editing when I get home whatsoever.
Nope. So whatever we say here, it's going on air.
Whatever we say is going on air.
There's no editing.
All right.
No editing.
I got to get all the bad words out then. Okay. All right, ready? Hello. Here we go.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. This is Chris from the Chasing Meeples podcast, and we are... See, I already screwed this up.
We are in Appleton, Wisconsin at PhoenixCon.
But who's this person? Okay, hold on a second. Let's start.
You screwed up. I had to pick up. We screwed up, right?
I did.
Yeah, this is all going in the podcast. Don't you love it?
No.
You could have just rolled.
Edit it.
You could have just rolled.
I'm ready now. We're going to start over for real this time.
Right.
That was the warm-up. Hello, everybody. This is Chris from the Chasing Meeples podcast, and I am with my lovely co-host...
Hello, it's Angie.
And we are recording live from the Paper Valley Hotel in Appleton, Wisconsin. And we are live at PhoenixCon. It is the second, how do you say that? Second ever? Second ever?
He did have one previously,
yes.
But it wasn't here.
Okay, there was a PhoenixCon last year. We are at PhoenixCon this year. We were there last year too. And we are... Like I said, we're recording our podcast on location. Something new. Bought a couple new toys. Hopefully it doesn't suck too much when I get home.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. 2 weeks ago, we were selling our games at Heroes Venture Arcade in Two Rivers, and guess what? We bought more games than we sold that night.
Yeah, we did. We totally bought more games, but...
They were half price. Come on.
Yeah, they were. But anyway, so yeah, we came home with a good haul. We'll have to do like a haul video or something so everybody can see the games that we picked up.
Yeah.
That would be cool stuff.
Very cool.
These headphones in my ears are messing with me here, Angie. But we're live and we're gonna go.
We're gonna go with it.
All right. So.
Don't know what it's gonna sound like.
All right.
We don't know.
Yeah. Whatever. So okay. So, what do you want to talk about?
We should plan this.
We should have planned this.
We should have planned this, but I was so busy. We're so busy coming and everything like that. So coming here, I had to get prepared. I had to get the game bag prepared. I had to make sure you got all the podcast equipment in the bag.
If we're gonna do this without editing, hon, what you gotta do is finish sentences. You can't just stop a sentence the way you did. I'm not even going to repeat that. So those that were listening, rewind it, play it back, because I'm not repeating that. So anyway.
It wasn't that bad.
See, now you're making me want to repeat that. Anyway, okay, moving on. All right, so what did we do today?
What did we do today?
All right, so we got here, and we checked out the vendor hall. You know, that's kind of what we do every time.
Boiling Point Games, hi.
Hey. When we go to any con, first place we always got to hit is the vendor hall. It's just the good consumer in us, right? Mm-hmm. It's a small vendor hall. Yeah.
Not so much. You're not going to see the game companies and stuff like that here. You are seeing primarily there are a couple of local game stores that are here selling their games at a discount. A lot of artisan things, people that make things, 3D printing, glass etching, the leather, all sorts of different things. Authors, people that have created their own RPGs. So things like that.
Yeah. If we have some time, maybe we'll walk through, go live, and show everybody what they have in the vendor hall. For those of you that are in the Appleton, Wisconsin area, if you haven't had a chance to get here, you should check it out.
It's open tomorrow too.
So we got here, we did that, and then man, time flew right away. So we went and had some lunch.
We had some lunch.
And after lunch, we sat down and played Earth.
Yes.
And I love that game. It's a good game. At first,
I'm okay.
You're okay with it?
I liked it better than my first play of it, and I did. We played the starter game the first time, and I was pretty disappointed with it. And I had mentioned it to Brandon from All Aboard Gamer that I was not happy with it. So this time we dove right in. The starter game, you just take away some element cards, environment card, which I don't know why you take that away.
I know.
It's not that difficult at all.
Right.
It gives you an end game goal. So starter games, I have an issue sometimes with starter games. But we did the complete game. It was a good game. It was longer than it was supposed to be. We tend to do that when it's just the two of us. Well, when it's the two of us, really not worried about another table full of people having AP. When we play Wingspan, I will try to just roll it around. Okay. I'm going to tell you the truth. I lengthened the game. I did not lay all my games. With Earth, you're building a tableau 4x4 grid. And once somebody completes the grid, that is end game. I did prolong it. I could have ended the game a couple turns, but what do you try doing at the end of the game? You're going for those points. You're trying to get those points. And so min-max it. I'm going to get as many points as I can.
Are you saying that you could have beat me?
Oh my gosh! I didn't add the end game points. I did not end. Whoever finishes the game gets an extra 7 points. Oh my gosh, that's right. I had 219. I think it's 7. I don't know if it's 7 or 11 points. I did. There's points at the end of the game for whoever finishes first.
Way to go! You beat me even more.
Well, I love this game. Okay, I'm kidding. It's okay. It's okay. It needs a reference sheet, a turn order sheet. Yeah, those are just those little things that people, when you're creating a board game, when you're doing Kickstarters, you have to remember, especially if you have a decent sized game, you're doing a Euro game, something like that, you need a turn order sheet, reference sheet. They did have on the game boards, I'll go slower. On the game boards, they did have a reference area where I told you what the icons were, which is great. But turn order, and just what you do on your turns, even though you don't always need it, it's nice to have. It's nice to have. I'm just going to say that. It's nice to have. And you know what? It doesn't hurt anything because, like little sheets of paper, it won't hurt anything. No. They have like 12,000 cards. All they had to do was take a couple of those cards and just write the turn order or a reference, some sort of reference on it.
Although the iconography, once you kind of understand what it means, it's not too
and it's
bad.
Nice and it's printed on the board. But I'm a reference sheet card type of person.
You are. You're a player aid person.
Player aid. That's it. That's the player aid.
Yep.
Player aids. Yes.
So I'm just gonna rub my eye here for a second because it itches. And
sorry.
You scared the crap out of me when you're like, ah! But that's okay. So.
That's what you get with us. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was really cold to that game when we first got it. Like Angie said, we played the beginning mode, and I was ready to get rid of it. Like after one play, I was like, I don't understand the hype.
That's it. It had a lot of the hype, and we fall prey not to the hype, but to anti-hype. Like with Wingspan. When Wingspan came out, everybody loved it. We were kind of like, no. It took us a while to try Wingspan.
It did.
Because the more it's hype, kind of...
Yeah, we try to stay away from the hype. The fact that we have, But see, it's weird because...
Your Kickstarter hype, though.
So that's just it, right? But it's weird. Like, we stay away from games that are, super hyped, right?
Yeah.
But we're totally cult of the new.
FOMO. And I found games here on the, because some of them are ding or dance, some are just markdowns, but I had been looking for a Glass Row by Uwe Rosenberg, and I found it and then passed it up. It was here. I'm getting it. But we just found Blue Moon City. Haven't seen that anywhere, but it's like,
Nowhere.
grab it.
Yeah.
Grab it. So
Ding and dent. Like, okay, the box has got a little bit of a ding.
not
So
much.
But
Some
no,
are-
wait, no, that one wasn't even a ding and dent.
That was
just a con
they're
special,
getting rid of-
basically,
they've just
50%
got,
off.
Yeah,
Yep.
too many of them, whatever.
Yep.
Which is neat because stockpile games. Last year they were here. Everything was MSRP.
Mm-hmm.
As a smart retailer, they realized Chimera was right over there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take our overflows
Yeah.
and bring them here. That's pretty good.
So those of you that are listening and those of you that are watching live, question for you. I don't even know how this thing works, if I can see their answers or not, but that's fine. Okay, so Ding and Dent. There was a copy of Freshwater Fly, and I'm intrigued by that game. I'm not much of a fisherman myself, been out there, but the game looks pretty neat, right? I digress. Anyway, so this one was
Touched on the inside.
more than dinged and dented.
It was
We're talking hole in the box, like I can touch
perforated.
everything. I can touch everything on the inside. So everything on their shelf was marked at 50% off. Okay, totally get it. Big sign, ding and dent, 50% off the label.
Yeah.
But we're talking a mangled box, again,
Yeah.
that I can like touch everything on the inside. So I walk up to the counter with like 3 other games,
Yeah.
and I say, all right, question for you. Look at this big gaping hole
Yeah,
you
he
have
asked
in
if
your
you
box.
could have it marked down even more, just like $10.
Any more than 50% off that you can give me on this? And like, they were like, nope, sorry.
Well, the thing is, she
It's
didn't
a
own
thing
the
that-
she didn't own the store.
Bleh, bleh.
Do you know what I mean?
I think what it is it's because it's a retail store. So anyway, those of you that are watching, what do you think? Should I have gotten a deeper discount, or was I just that guy who shouldn't have asked for it? So I've been to other cons, and I've been able to wheel and deal with the people when I'm buying like video games and things
Yeah.
like that. Like, hey, how about, I'll give you all this for $50. Give me
Yeah.
all this for $50, and it's like, $5 less or $10 less than what they were asking for it. What do you guys think?
It's one of the things that it doesn't hurt to ask. It doesn't hurt to ask, but she did not own the place. So unless you're kind of given permission, because where I work, we kind of know that if somebody is on the edge there, we can give them a discount up to a certain amount. So
Big-
that's because our owner told us that, and
Big hole in the box.
what?
There was a big hole in the box. I'm looking at you through the big.
But she wasn't the owner, and she may not have gotten permission
Yeah.
to do that.
All right.
She's a worker bee. She's a worker bee, and she's part time. All she does is work at COD. So
Yeah. Well,
I mean, heck, yeah.
I don't know.
It,
this
what it is, we
Instagram
didn't
thing
need
seemed
another
kind
game.
of-
So it's okay. It's okay. You should brought Cold Country though.
Yeah. I posed with a picture of Coal Country.
If anybody's ever watches the Dice Tower, they did kind of a tongue-in-cheek, the ugliest
Yeah.
board game covers last year, and everybody watching, it was like a live stream. Everybody watching was voted on it, and the game that won, no, it was close.
Yeah, it
was
wasn't
close.
Coal Country.
It was. Oh, you know what? If we were seeing that one, it was another bizarre game. I can't think of how ugly it was. But Coal Country was up there. Coal Country's up there. It was like the second, maybe.
It's an awesome cover. It is an awesome cover. I'm glad I am now immortalized with the box in my hand. So, all right, we're 13 minutes in, Ange, and we've got
Was that our banter?
a game of Wingspan coming up in about 20 minutes or so. We should probably wrap her up a little bit, make sure we get there. I don't know exactly where we're sitting to play.
It's 4:16.
4:16.
4:16.
Yeah, it's 4:16.
It's 4:16. It's not bad. How long does it take you to get that stuff all wrapped up? I was going to talk to
Well, if I
Scott
want to
Reed
take
with
care of it,
Angry
it's going to
Games,
take
but
me.
he is off playing a game right now, so we can't have him in as an interview.
I'm sorry, I was talking over you. What were you saying?
We were going to bring in the Angry GM, but he's busy right now.
The Angry GM,
The
yes.
Angry GM.
Yes, he is busy right now. He is actually playing his own game of Wingspan right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
we did bring a bunch of games to the con that we didn't get a chance to play. So,
It happened last. Okay, I am here with this giant games table bag, and we've already had to empty it out once. Okay, just part of it. But I did bring along Earth. I brought along Clank Catacombs. We brought along Trekkie Through History. We brought along
Fistful of Meeples.
Fistful of Meeples and Finger Blocks. See, I thought this would be a cool one just
That
to kind of
is a
pull
cool
out
game.
and, you know, it's an eye-catching little dexterity game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe you get people that say, I want to play. We did have somebody come up to us and ask us about Earth, and we asked if they want to join us. I'm sorry, I am shaking that in front of the microphone, aren't I? I am. Sorry. And he asked how long the game was. He only had an hour.
Yeah, a
wasn't
game of Earth that normally doesn't take 3 hours did take us 3 hours. But that's just because we were enjoying the atmosphere.
It's like
We
a
were
90-minute
being
game,
here.
but you know, everybody knows that that's not accurate, but we took our time,
Yeah.
you know, looked at the rules, kind of had a replay of the rules. We had some people stop by, we're chit-chatting a little bit, kind of laughing and stuff, and so,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we brought more games, wanted to play them, but I'm cool with just playing one game and being here, you know,
But that
checking
happened
it
to
out.
us last year.
That did. Last year we played Ark Nova.
Ark
We played
Nova.
Ark Nova here. Yeah.
That's the first thing we do. That's the first thing we did.
Yep. Because, like we said earlier, we don't play into the hype or anything. I mean, Ark Nova wasn't the newest, hottest thing. And
Okay. But I don't remember the hype around it. I remember that Tom
I remember the
Vassal
hype
rated
around
it like
it.
his top game of
It
the
was
year
number
before
one,
it was
yeah.
ever released. Before it was ever released in the United States, he had it because he played it somewhere. He had it at his number one before anybody else could even touch it. So that may have swayed my opinion a little bit. You know,
sure.
I mean, I don't play everything that Tom Vassal plays. I don't agree with him for everything, but the fact that he pushed off some of his really Lahav, he's had it number one forever, and I think that got pushed away for Ark Nova. So,
Right.
kind of gives you this idea that maybe it's
Maybe.
okay. Maybe, and it was good.
It was good.
And
I enjoyed
we do
it.
have. Did we get the expansion? Did we?
The water one that they
Yeah.
just released? No, I don't. I don't even think it's available to buy yet. Silly.
I think you have pre-order it.
Yeah, well, sorry. Oh, boy.
Okay, well, I'll just pack up my Tinder blocks and go home.
Oh, yeah, okay. Anyway, you're silly.
I know.
But no, you brought up a really good thing I'd like to talk a little bit about now, right? So,
All right.
you mentioned Tom Vassal and how you don't necessarily agree with
I don't
his...
always agree with Tom so much. You know, he's not of the Dice Tower. He's not the one I connect with the most.
So who would that be then?
Oh, absolutely, Mike DeLisio. Woo, woo, woo.
That's cool.
And Z Garcia.
Yeah, I think Mike and Z, you're right. Their taste in games do kind of matches yours, right?
Although I have to say that one of my other favorite podcasts is Sporadically Bored with Mike and Dan. So I'm a little
biased.
biased. I do
biased.
wish sometimes I could speak with an English accent so I could talk to Dan Hughes properly. Yeah, that's it. If like Dan Hughes walked in here, of all people from the Dice Tower contributors, it'd be Dan Hughes. Would anybody think that? I'd be like, hey, Dan, I love ya. He's got that sense of humor. He's got that dry English humor that I dig.
You dig.
I'm down with that.
Cool. Yeah, I would say Z and Mike. Chris Yee also his.
He does. I'm sorry, Chrissy. I forgot about you. I'm sorry. I like Wendy too.
Wendy.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I've heard that. Because Chris and Wendy, they love the beige Euro games.
Yeah.
So, Tom, you're falling down there. If we're like going who we really like for games, Tom's on like drop down 4 spots.
Ooh. Them sounds like fighting words.
They are. Come on, Tom.
All right. Where are we at? What time here?
We're at 4:16. Like literally, Chris, it's been 3 minutes. It seems like an hour, but we've been talking for 3 minutes since the last time you looked. You're sitting there going, I have to get her off of here. I can't stand talking to her anymore.
So question for you. Do we get a quiz today?
Holy schmoly. A sporadic quiz. Oh my goodness.
Spontaneous.
Oh,
I thought for sure you would have had a quiz planned out this whole time you planned on going and recording.
I got one.
Oh, all right.
Who published Playing Catacombs?
Oh my God. Direwolf Games?
Oh, for heaven's sakes, you didn't know that.
I did.
You did not know that.
I did. Is it Direwolf Games?
It is.
I totally knew that.
Damn it, Direwolf should be sending us. Okay.
Yes.
Earth.
Oh God.
Earth.
I
No. The question is the age range on Earth. What is it? Blank up, They always do.
14 and up.
It's just because you've been sucking the bag.
How can I not edit this podcast?
Come on. We are. Okay. All right,
Wait, was I
right?
right?
Yeah.
So far, I got 2 right.
Okay. Who does Blue Moon City?
Oh, jeez. Who does? Like,
I got a question.
Like, what do you mean? Who does it? Like, who published it?
Who's the publisher? There's actually 2 of them on here, but I don't know what that one is.
I'll never guess that. Is it a big publisher?
Yes, very big.
Seaman?
Oh my gosh! You got it right?
As everybody in the whole convention just goes.
Okay.
Is that lady on the couch over there okay? She's beating up that guy like 20 minutes ago, and now she's...
Who's the designer?
Well, there's 2 people who designed it. I'm going to say Bruna Cathalia's one. And the other one is somebody who I don't know.
No. Reiner Knizia.
Oh, it's Reiner Knizia. That's right. That is a Knizia game because I pointed that out.
Reiner Knizia.
That is Knizia.
Our Germany listener.
3 out of 4.
Thank you very much, Reiner.
3 out of 4 so far.
I thought you were going to get that one. We literally talked about that.
How do you do that? 3 out of 4.
I really thought you had that one.
I should have.
Because
I was like, hey, it's a Knizia game.
Okay. One last game. Let's see here. Oh, do you remember? Can you name? Okay. Name one of the designers on Troll Fest. Troll Fest. We got a game called Troll Fest.
Yeah, it's a Fiduci, Bruno Fiduci. Well,
okay. You got it.
Well, that game seems really awesome. Hey, let me see that. Oh, okay, fix your mic. There's going to be a lot of...
Yeah, probably because I'm screaming in it too.
So,
sorry, everybody.
Troll Fest.
Very strong.
I've only seen this... Well, I've never seen this anywhere. But I've heard some pretty cool stuff about it.
It really doesn't matter what it looks like. It's kind of cute art. It's cute
cool.
art.
So the whole thing behind this game is you create a rock band.
Oh,
and
it's 3 to 6 players.
You met. Oh, had I not? Fail. That's all right. We actually have one friend that we could probably bring up.
We got 2.
Yeah, we have a couple friends that could probably this with us.
Yeah.
Well, that's a shame. Why would that not be a 2-player game?
You know, it's probably so old that they didn't do a variant or something. Oh, it's 2021. That's
yeah,
not
it's
that
not
old.
that old, sweets.
Oh, I thought it was older than that.
And
We'll find a friend.
it's so
You want to come
old
over
that
to our house?
yeah, come on over. Come on out to PhoenixCon, and we'll figure out how to play it together.
That's a shame.
That's a shame.
What other games did you
I'm
buy?
so excited about that game.
Why don't you tell everybody what games we bought?
Well,
About Troll
are we
Fest?
still doing a quiz?
No.
Okay, let's.
No, so that you got
Clean
5 out
ending.
of 4. 4 out of 5.
I got 4 out of 5. Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome for a spontaneous
It
quiz.
is. It's just good for
It
quiz.
was-
You've been
I've been
not doing good.
not
I
well.
won't say what I was going to
I
say.
have not been doing well on quizzes. Always a good quiz when Angie jumps out of her seat and yells at you when I get the answer correct.
This is the other new game that Chris just picked up. Paris New Eden.
Hold it this way. Okay.
I had it that way.
No, you had it this way.
Did I really?
Paris New Eden. I've been looking at this one for a while. So post-apocalyptic games are my jam. I just like that theme. And this one, it seems like it's a dice placement game.
Dice placement. That's my jam.
Seems to be a game that people are a little bit well, I don't want, not wishy-washy. That's not it. Either you like it or you hate it, almost, right? I'll let you guys know how I feel about it, but it seems pretty neat.
And then, as I said before, we got Blue Moon City. This is something I heard a lot of people talking about. And then, not in the bag, we also got Anachrony.
Oh, the
Essentials.
Essential Edition. Oh, God, that was a steal. We got it for like $30.
And
She
then
smiles.
I got Glass Road from Uwe. Maybe he's our Germany listener. We haven't figured that out.
Could
have
be,
we?
could be.
And 10. I picked up 10, the card game, and I picked up that because the Murph brothers like it.
Okay.
Because I rolling with the Murphs. Rolling with the Murphs. So. And I probably owe something to Nick.
Lots that happened this last
Why are you
week.
talking on my phone here?
I don't know. Are you on Instagram?
No, that was
This is just nuts.
really weird. Like an episode of Board Games and Banter just started
Hey,
playing on my
we
phone.
can go Instagram Live. We can do our podcast and be listening to myself.
All right, so I have to put a little plea out there to all of the people watching this and listening to our podcast when this podcast gets released. I am personally asking, okay, who likes stars, right? Your thing came on. Your thing came on.
Oh, my thing. Okay.
Your reminder.
Wingspan, dismiss.
Okay. So, who likes stars? Do you like stars? Do those of you out there watching like stars? I like stars. Now, what I'm asking is, if you ever see us put a reel on Facebook, or you ever see a post that you like, or we ever go live on Facebook, please, if you can, send us some stars. We're really trying to grow our Facebook channel, our Facebook page. We need to get some stars. Also, YouTube will not allow us to stream live because we don't have enough
They're
subscribers.
afraid of us.
They're afraid of us.
You're afraid of
I'm
us.
sure they are. So we'll go that way. But I found out. I was like, oh, let's go live on YouTube. And then I clicked the button. They're like, hey, you can't do it because you're not cool enough.
No,
So
no, we're too cool for that.
If we could get some subscribers on our YouTube channel, and of course, we're a podcast first. If you could give us a subscription.
Podcast first.
Oh, I thought you were cutting me off.
Oh,
If you-
no, I'm so sorry. I would never do that.
Never. If you could subscribe, and follow, and review, and rate, and all that fun stuff, that would be great. I normally don't, normally not this, please.
Oh, I thought you were saying
Thing.
you normally don't. Okay.
Well, now you got to finish.
That's okay.
Normally, I'm not going to cut you off.
Ramble on.
Oh, well, see, I can't even speak now. I ramble, and everybody knows it.
And you know what you need to do is you need to listen to our last podcast.
Why are you sitting on the floor?
Huh?
Why are you sitting on the floor?
Because I had to come close to the phone to turn off the alarm, and I just kind of stayed down here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Something about the last review of Resurgence.
Resurgence, you rambled on.
Yes, I did. But that's okay.
Yeah, we're going to admit it to the people on Instagram because they want to listen to our last episode and they want to listen to you ramble on about Resurgence because he rambled. And not only did you ramble on and on and on, and you made it sound like you hated the game, you got done and went, it's a 10. Because the game is a 10, and we should have brought it here. We should have brought it here, but it would have been even longer than Earth.
Yeah.
But it is a Resurgence. Now we're talking about Resurgence from Stan Kodonsky. It's a really great game. But Chris's review of it picked it apart.
Well, then you know, if I picked it apart and still gave it a 10, then it's a 10. Now, if I picked it apart in a way that people who understand English can follow the crazy paths that my mind took.
Then you're our friend.
Then you're our friend. Yeah, at the end of it, I listened back editing it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I made no sense.
None. Okay, this is the funny part. You are ultra prepared when it comes to reviews. I sit here and I wing it, and I'm like, this was really cool. I like how the worker placement went. I'll be talking about, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I am just kind of on loosey-goosey with it. But this time I think I was doing very good talking about mechanics and everything. Chris spends 2 hours. Chris, we're going to go record now. What are you doing? He's sitting on the computer typing out his litany of things he's going to talk about in a review, and then you get to the review. It wasn't good.
Just tell everybody how you really feel about it.
You're normally very, very good at all that. You're normally very, very good. You had your eyes put together.
I had my eyes put together,
You had your
yes.
eyes put together. Hey. You have your eyes put together. No, you usually have your thoughts put together very well.
Okay.
And you did.
Oh well.
Oh well.
I can't be perfect on all of them.
I know.
So.
Sorry.
All right, so.
Okay. It was a half an hour of babbling.
It was a half hour of babbling. Those of you that have stuck with us, we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody out there. So what else do you want to talk about?
I thought you were wrapping it up. That's kind of like the thank you for watching. We're going to go.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm wrapping it up then.
Oh, there are 2 days left for Raccoon Restaurant on Kickstarter.
Kickstarter.
It's a little fun, little hard scramble around for food game.
Mm-hmm.
A fun $15 game.
Yeah. All right. Well, then.
Okay.
I guess.
I have nothing else to say now.
Well, then in classic Chasing Meeples fashion, I'm going to say this. Well, I guess, Angie, it's time to wrap this episode up. Anything we're going to talk about next episode?
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I guess it's going to be another mystery. And there's like a fruit fly buzzing around my head here. This is really weird. So, all right, everybody, thanks for watching on Instagram, and thanks for listening to the Chasing Meeples podcast. Keep chasing those meeples. See you later.